mortgage. So usually we would look up these definitions in the textbook, but let's just go over them. Okay, pre-approved mortgage. So what happens is when you're actually looking for a house to buy, you go into the bank and you get something called a pre-approved mortgage, and that's basically a hypothetical approval of the amount that a person can afford. Okay, and this is based on income, debts, and payments. So you go into the bank and you tell them how much you make and all the debts and the payments that you have on them. Okay, and this is obviously based on credit score as well. And then this information is used in order to know like your price range for the house that you're looking for. So in a pre-approval, you can go into the bank and they could say, okay, so you can afford a $400,000 house or a $400,000 mortgage, I should say. And then you would go out and look for a $400,000 house. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so when we talk about semi-monthly payment, we talk about 2 times a month, which is 24 times a year. These two, some people think that they're the same, but they're actually different. Because a bi-weekly payment, a lot of people say a bi-weekly payment is twice a month, but it's not. It's just above twice a month. It's every 2 weeks. So 2 times a year, what happens is you have a month with like 3 payment periods. There's a month with 3 payment periods. And then that makes up for like the other 2 payments. And this goes for both like income and it goes for payments as well. Okay, so there's something called accelerated. What an accelerated payment is usually a payment is 12 monthly payments and then divided into how often you want to make the payment. But what an accelerated payment is it's 13 monthly payments, and then if you're paying bi-weekly, that amount is paid out every 2 weeks. Right? Weekly payment is you make a payment every week, which is 52 times a year. So again, if we take a look at accelerated, instead of 12 monthly payments, again, it's 13 monthly payments, but it's paid out every week, right? Because it's accelerated weekly. So you can go at accelerated bi-weekly, accelerated weekly, you get accelerated monthly or semi-monthly. Okay, so you can accelerate it, and the acceleration part is just putting an extra payment on your mortgage. That's where that 13 comes from. Okay, so example 1, change the payment frequency. So we're just going to take a look at like what a payment would be depending on the payment frequency. Okay, when paying a mortgage, you're able to pay down your mortgage a little bit faster when you change the frequency of the payments. Okay, so for example, Jake's monthly mortgage payment is $1,250.87. Okay, so that's a monthly payment. So determine the payment amount for each payment frequency and fill in the chart below. Okay, so this little bit faster that you're paying off your mortgage is not a lot. You actually have to put extra money, and that's where the acceleration comes from. Okay, so this is different than accelerated. Okay, accelerated is a better bet, but this is just so we can cover like frequency. And then what we're going to do is calculate the total amount paid in 1 year. Okay, so the payment frequency. So say you paid semi-monthly. So Jake's monthly mortgage payment is $1,250.87. So if you pay this semi-monthly, what this is it's 2 times per month. So what you want to do is you want to do $1,250.87 and you want to divide that by 2. So what you would be paying every month is $625.44. It's pretty easy. Oh, sorry, 2 times a month. And then the amount paid in 1 year, well, if you think about it, you're still paying that $625.44, and you're going to be paying that, instead of paying it 12 times monthly, it's semi-monthly, so it's actually 24 times. So I get 15,010.26. Sorry, 56. That's 44. Okay, biweekly. So what you want to do for biweekly is like we can't actually convert monthly to biweekly. So we have to take the monthly, which is 1250.87, and we have to times it by 12 months a year. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us how much they're going to pay in 1 year. And then we're going to divide it by 52. What this is going to give us is it gives us a weekly payment, and then biweekly payment is just 2 of those. So a little bit of legwork, but a biweekly payment would be $577.32. Oops, 32. Okay, so if you had a biweekly payment of $577.32, how much is this in 1 year? Well, biweekly is 26 times a year. So this would also be 15,010.44. Okay, so you're paying the same amount. Now, accelerated biweekly is a little bit different. Okay, what happens is you take your monthly payment, which is like $1250.87, and we know that if we divide a monthly payment into 2, this is going to be like semi-monthly. So if we pay a semi-monthly payment, but we pay that bi-weekly, it gives us that extra 2 pays. So it gives us the extra month, which is what we want. So we just divide that by 2, and we get $625.44. So this is when we actually pay more. We get $625.44, and we do 26 pays of that. We're actually making 1 extra payment per year. And that's how you pay off your mortgage significantly faster. We're still going to do this based on our original $1250.87 per month. Okay, so weekly. If we want to actually figure out weekly, again, we have to convert this into an annual. So this is like 1 year. And then divide by 52 weeks. And we've kind of already done this. This will be half of the biweekly. Okay, and you can do this just in one shot, that's fine. Okay. So you take the 1250.87, you figure out the annual payment, and then every week you would be paying $288.66. So if you take $288.66, again, you multiply that by the 52, and you get the original 15,010. Decimal 44. Okay, and the last one, accelerated weekly. So we want to take that monthly payment, which is $1250.87. We want to divide that by 4. And we get $625.44. Sorry, divided by 2. Divided by 4 is 312. Decimal 72. Okay, so what we're doing is we're taking a monthly payment and we're dividing by 4. But if you think about it, at the end of the year, you're going to have 4 weeks left over. Because if we do 12 4-week periods, that's only going to be 48. But a year is 52 weeks. So what that allows us to do is have that one extra payment. Okay, so if we talk about how much we're spending each year, $312.72, and since this is weekly, we're going to multiply by 52, and we're going to get what we got with the other accelerated payment times 52, 16,261.31. 16,261.31. Example 2, what I want is just for the class to get some exposure using online calculators, okay, because there are tons of them. You can do this for a normal loan or a car loan, okay? We can do it with a mortgage as well. So I'm just using like a general mortgage calculator. You can use one from the bank. They get more complex as you go, depending on who offers the calculator. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the payment of a mortgage. It's going to be on a $400,000 house, but there's a 5% down payment. So just like quickly at the bottom, if we have a $400,000 house and we calculate what a 5% down payment on that is, that's going to be 20 grand. Okay, so the actual mortgage amount is 380. Okay, and remember, mortgage is the actual loan. So the loan value against your home is going to be 380. Okay, with an interest rate of 4.5%, if paying the mortgage over, and then we have different amortizations here, and then different payment schedules here. Okay, just showing kind of like a little bit of a difference. Okay, so we're going to go over here. I'm going to put in $380,000. Okay, let's start with the 30 years. This isn't generally offered anymore unless you're putting 25% down, but the rules are always changing. Okay, mortgage term, we're just going to leave it as 5 years, that's fine. Payment type, so we're going to start with a monthly payment. So a monthly payment is going to result in $1916.02. Let's see if I can move that back up. Okay. $1916.02. Okay, semi-monthly payment is going to be $957.12. Okay, but you have to pay that twice a month, or $1916 once a month, depending on how you want to pay it, or maybe how you get paid. Okay, bi-weekly, $883.43. That would be out of every single paycheck that you would get. Usually people are paid bi-weekly. Okay, I'm going to just spare the dollar signs. Weekly, $441.53. Okay, so about half there. Okay, accelerated biweekly. So this is going to be a little bit more. It's going to be $958.01, and that's that one extra payment per year. And then accelerated weekly, we have $479.01. So if we're actually comparing these, like, are we able to accelerate the payment? Are we able to afford about $80 extra a month? Or sorry, $80 extra, I should say, bi-weekly, or $40 extra weekly, right? You really want to think about that, because even accelerating it by one payment is going to shave a lot of time off of your mortgage. Okay, so what if you want to pay off your mortgage in 25 years? Let's start back over. Let's go blue. Monthly payment, $2103. 20. Semi-monthly payment, $10.50. 62. Okay, but you have to pay twice a year or twice a month. Bi-weekly payment, $969. 74. weekly payment, $484. 66. Accelerated biweekly, $10.51. 60. And accelerated weekly, $525.80. Okay, so all numbers are bigger for the 25 years because you're paying it off 5 years quicker. Okay, let's go to 20 years. That's another popular one to pay it over. So we'll do this one in purple. Okay, monthly $23.95. 54. Semi-monthly $1196. 66. Okay, bi-weekly, and we're just filling in this chart. 1104.53. Accelerated bi-weekly, we'll go weekly. 552.03. Accelerated bi-weekly. 1197. 77. Accelerated weekly. 598.89. Okay, so still a difference between bi-weekly and accelerated bi-weekly, about $90, and then weekly and accelerated weekly. And the payment amounts are going up because you're not paying over as many years, so you're not dragging it on. Okay, last one, 15 years. I don't know many people who can pay off an entire mortgage in 15 years, but that'd be a goal. $23.95.54 for monthly. Twice a month would be $1196.66. I feel like this is wrong. Oh, mortgage amortization. 15 years. There we go, that's better. Monthly, $28.98. 90. I was wondering why those numbers were the same. Semi-monthly, 1448. 11. Let's go bi-weekly. 1336.62. Weekly, 668.02. And if you wanted to accelerate it, that one extra payment per year, one extra monthly payment per year. So that's bi-weekly, and then weekly would be $724.73. So again, a couple trends. Monthly payments, as you drag out your mortgage, longer and longer and longer, the payments are going to be more tolerable. Okay, people will be able to afford $1,900 before they're able to afford $2,800. And then just if you want different payments, what the payment amount is going to look like, and then obviously right here the accelerated options. Accelerated options are always going to be bigger than the normal options because it's an extra payment a year.